always a pleasure listening to you guys all morning. Happy birthday, Alex, by the way.
Yeah. We did. Did we even get to covering that? I don't think we did.
I don't think anyone wished him a happy birthday on that panel that I heard. So that's a bit egregious, I think, from Pimp and Chad. Otherwise, if you're tuning in, good morning. Tweet at Machine. Happy birthday. Won't give his age. He is older than you'd expect.
Can we talk about the fact that about a quarter of the community are mentally ill and think that that tyLoo are going to be winning this best of 3 against Astralis?
Is that what put you over the edge? Now
yeah, that straight put me over the edge. Right. I don't know how to handle that.
Yeah, that was actually way more than I expected to see. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe we have a lot of Chinese viewers tuning in at the moment.
That could be.
There's a lot of people over there, I hear.
Time zone wise, makes sense, I guess.
I have no idea.
I don't think they have access to Twitter behind the Chinese firewall, but fair enough. I listen. I'm always up for a big surprise, and certainly from Astralis' point of view, it'd be a shocking defeat right before the major if they lost here. Like that would obviously be completely devastating. On a confidence level, and I think at a bunch of other levels too. But
I'm
honestly,
actually not sure it would matter on a confidence level.
You don't think so?
I think Astralis would be able to bounce off that.
I think it would get to them eventually. I think that'd be weird. It wouldn't be a good look.
Yeah, no, that definitely wouldn't be a good look, would it?
But I just don't think tyLoo have the internal. Actually, interestingly, I think they had some players that are high enough caliber that they could take some cool fights with Astralis. In that sense, I think it's going to be a good game. I just don't think they have the structure to make it work yet.
I think there's actually a world in which tyLoo applies a little bit of pressure to Astralis just because their style is a little bit crazy, a little bit weird, and you wonder if Astralis is going to be able to read that. And I think this might be one where Astralis loosens the rein and just plays that in a little bit more individual. As we mentioned, if you play too structured against this tyLoo team, you can get caught off guard, and it can be difficult. Here it comes, just running out. Delayed smoke, he pops up with it. 2 players. This is going to be a slaughter, though. This is such a good position to be in, but that just misses everything. And actually, tyLoo handles it well.
Yeah, what a great entry from DD. Shutting down Magisk and Dupree. That's what we like to see early on. And a lot of pressure on Device, running out of bullets. They must have heard that on the other side. He kills through the smoke to continue fighting, and he's going to get 1 kill before he goes down. That was incredible. They must have heard the end of that magazine, and now it's a 1-on-2. Sip again, always alone, but he's going to get shut down from X-Curate, and tyLoo will win the pistol round. Great triple from DD as well, and what a beautiful start here for the tyLoo team.
Yeah, great entries. That stack, that little bit of a bait and switch with 1 player far back towards CT spawn, 2 players in a balcony did not work the way they wanted it. Dupree couldn't land the shot. And that's what I'm talking about. That kill, I mean, Device, he's reloading. He's not expecting anyone to jump over the stairs and come through that smoke. And that's the kind of craziness they're going to have to encounter. And you do kind of have to revert a little bit to a pug mentality while keeping things reined in. You have to be aware that some of those plays are going to be made. Here we go, 1-0 for tyLoo. Let's keep in mind as well, I remember yesterday we casted North Astralis was the first game of the day.
Yes.
And that first map did seem like, in some sense, Astralis might have started out a little bit slow. We prescribed a lot of it to North and how well they were playing. Don't take anything away from them. But, you know, there's going to be some slow starts for Astralis in these early days. tyLoo can apply pressure.
Yeah, but I think it's a valid point that you bring up, the idea of not just sort of playing your normal standard game if you're going to be playing against a team like tyLoo, where it's harder to prepare for these guys than it would be to prepare for North, say, right? Where you have much more to go on, essentially.
It's the old adage, right? Like fight fire with fire. If you're going to get some crazy plays, you're going to have to meet it with some crazy plays. Well, nice shot from DD. Nothing too crazy.
Actually, I'm a bit disappointed that Magisk went for that. He had a scout and Dupree had a Galil. Imagine bringing both those into the next round. That'd be great. I feel like that was a bit of just a bit eager, maybe. Eager beaver.
Yeah. Maybe he had some coffee or something this morning. Feeling energetic, ready to go.
Coffee or something. What was the other?
I don't know. Tea? I don't know. Maybe he's a tea drinker.
Fair enough. Does that get you all hyped up?
Tea?
Yeah.
I'm not a tea drinker.
You're not a tea drinker?
No. I don't mind it. I just don't select it.
I've never really understood the appeal myself, but maybe I've got the wrong stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, we can find you something.
Some interesting flavors out there.
Yeah.
Tweet us your tea preferences, and we won't read them at all. You do it anyway.
I was gonna say, like, if they're gonna compare me to Bardolph, I mean, send us your tea preferences is about the most Bardolph thing I've ever heard you say.
Yeah, I don't know if Bardolph's into cheese, which I share his passion for cheese.
He is definitely into tea.
Yeah, so he's a man like that, Bardolph. I appreciate it. Magisk, why not? Try and see if you can get that crazy deagle shot in. Doesn't really connect with anything. That Galil, though, with the armor on Dupree, That could be dangerous.
Yeah, but I'm really intrigued why. I mean, he bought that armor. That's not saved from
Yes.
last round, so he's invested into that this round, and I mean, it's already gone. So obviously now, in hindsight, before I get my point out, it just seems curious that no one else is. Why are you investing in armor with just a Galil when everyone else is on armored deagles? I mean, I kind of understand it in a way. You want to make some magic happen, but
Yeah, he probably had that planned out differently in his mind, didn't he?
that's how it always works in Counter-Strike. You always make every play thinking the frag highlights are going to be coming.
Yeah, nothing like that. I must say, tyLoo have handled these 2 last rounds really well. It's a good job on them. Love seeing it. Device is going to get shut down. They only lost 2 people in that round. They were pretty objective focused. Like they took fights with Astralis, but they got the bomb down first, right? There was no messing around with that part. They really made sure that they were going to win the round. So overall, a great job. 3-0 in favor of tyLoo. 4th round coming up now. We've got Device on the AWP. And, yeah, safe to say, sort of a slow start here for Astralis.
Well, it'll be fun to watch because I know they just mentioned, oh, look at this. This is a good read from Astralis. You mentioned they might be a team that's hard to kind of figure out what's going on, but Astralis obviously did some research. 4 players at this A bomb site. They're stacked up. Again, a crossfire. Oh, but look at that entry. Captain Mo just runs right up. Great trades as well. And despite all the players being here, Astralis isn't ready for this at all.
Yeah, what a shocking complete collapse on the A bomb site, getting absolutely shut down by tyLoo. And you're right, in spite of making the call, when you stack 4 people in that A bomb site and you don't win it, yeah, that's a little bit of an uppercut because you know
right
what
to the balls.
Yeah, what are you supposed to do then? What, 5 people is the next move? How do you one up that situation?
Yeah, they just weren't expecting that timing. That was quite nice from tyLoo. They mentioned on the desk maybe Astralis should have considered banning this map as it is one of tyLoo's better ones, and maybe frustrated from the loss yesterday against North. Maybe just saying let's go back to Mirage and test it out. You know, maybe we need some extra practice.
Yeah, they're certainly being tested right now, getting drilled a little bit. In fact, DD is 9-1-0. He has not died. He's got 9 kills in 4 rounds. That is a pretty good job overall. And I think, was it Magisk playing in Shadows that round?
I believe I can't remember actually. One of them was in Shadows, one was in the Cubby.
Yeah, so
Sandwich.
whoever's playing that position is probably thinking it's going to be pretty late in the execute before I get put into play. And he just got run down by Captain Moses. That was brutal. Like as you said, the timing was they just weren't ready, but still they should have been.
Well, remember the strength of those crossfires is always, you know, getting that first kill, right? Is the first person who makes contact get that first kill, because that's what, you know, then tyLoo has to focus on the guy who gets the kill, and that's when the other guy pops out. If they're just going to run up and get that first frag clean, it's going to make it so hard for the second player. Nice control, getting oh, as I say that, head taken off by a teammate.
It's fine, they got the entry, but that was kind of funny, especially because he was running away from the fire, so he was like, I'm just trying to stay alive. Well, that'll happen. No problem whatsoever. They handle this round just beautifully as well. Really a lot of determination from tyLoo. This is something that sometimes, I mean, especially I think it can happen if you're playing a team like Astralis or any of the other top teams and you're the underdog team. You could be very hesitant, right? You second guess yourself. They seem to pick a spot and then they go for it. That's, I think, great. I love seeing games like this where they aren't sort of messing around too much. Like, it's just good news. Yeah,
well, I mean, you have to consider it as well. Like, while there's experience, they don't necessarily have, like, a tactical background whatsoever. We haven't really ever seen them try and, like, you know, take short-term losses and try and figure that out. Keep it simple. Here we go. Device makes the jump, gets blinded, and it's still just non-stop aggression. Already so close to connector, but that AWP could pick him off if they try and make it up.
Don't know if they heard him scope yet. There's the jump on over, and a pretty good flick coming out. Execute going down. Somebody with a return on glaive, so they probably would love a smooth round right now, Astralis, where they shut it down. They survive with 3 or 4 rifles. It's very dangerous. Peek over there at Catwalk. Kid falling back, and he's going to get taken down from Bentet, who had made his way around the corner. So now it's a 4-on-3, and Astralis struggling still. It's Bentet going down and almost catching Device. Somebody wanted to double up on that, but that might be very dangerous. Just leave it alone for now. They've got the A-bomb side. If they can smoke off or block off Magisk, it's going to be fine.
That was an awesome play from somebody, almost catching Device just about a half second away. That would have been beautiful. Now 2 players in towards CT spawn for Astralis. They're going to have to rotate in position. Dupree has cheated out of the B bomb site, so he can get a fast rotate if needed. And Magis is gathering a lot of information. He's getting tagged up and somehow wins that fight. He does burn, but Device is here to hold it down.
Yeah, they need the bomb plant. Flashbang going to be once. Just testing the timing. Dupree's coming in from the other side as well. Jungle leaving DD alone. Oh, with leg shot coming through. That might have been big. Obviously going to be called out. Still 30 seconds, and DD's just booking it to the other side. Going to be down in the underpass, but this is actually... I actually like this play from DD. This is putting so much pressure on Device now.
It also gets him some space, gets him some time to get over to that B bomb site. He's been legged. Device is swapped out to the M4, so he's going to have time to get this plan, and it's obviously a gamble that Device didn't just book it over here. But at this point, even though you're low HP, it comes down to timing, comes down to a little bit of luck. Is Device looking the right way at the right time? Does he guess the right spot? All the pressure on Device at the moment.
Let's just see what he could do. DD, he has been unstoppable in this game. 11-0 right now. Device coming in from the other side with a triple kill, and DD gets it! Clutches it, a 1-on-2 against Astralis. What a high-level play from him. So, again, no hesitation. Immediately, he just runs for that B-bomb site. Very smart play. He's now 12-0 against Astralis. What a player.
Beautiful start for him, and this is shocking. It looks like the 25% is not as mentally ill as you initially believed.
No, that's going to be a great quote if they end up winning. I appreciate that. It's my gift to all the rest of you out there.
Gift to the world.
Yeah.
There we go. Mid-push for Astralis, trying to dictate something in this game. It's been all tyLoo making all the decisions. Glaive going to hold it down. If anyone steps up for this team when they need it most, we frequently see it being Glaive. There's the first kill, buying time. Molotov extinguished by the smoke. Another dink, another kill. They can't make it into the bomb site. It's held by one CZ, and even though he eventually goes down, he's done his job.
Yeah, that's a pretty good hold, and tyLoo finally slowing down just a little bit, whereas the rest of the time they've actually just been running over the defense. This time they put a little bit of a pause on it, which could be dangerous, or it could work out just fine. Xcrit getting the kill on Dupree.
But that's the bomb that's been spotted, and you could see Astralis was starting to rotate away with the quietness, with the pause that tyLoo has come out with, and that up kill and the bomb being spotted has kept 2 players here and sent 1 player, Zipnix, on a flanking mission just to be sure.
By the way, those were the first 2 kills for Glaive in the game. Dupree's got 0 kills as well. Sip has got 1 kill. So it's like 3 people right now on Astralis who aren't really doing very much at all. It's a 3-on-3 here. Trying to see if they can make this work. One good deagle shot from Aegis in CT spawn, or maybe Device sneaking up with the C-set 75 could definitely make a huge difference, but really slowed it down. There's the peak. That should confirm that this is actually going to be an A attack. Big chance there, but not really getting it. And the flank out is so good from somebody. Really smart play. Waiting for it. DD, that was his 14th kill without dying. An unbelievable ratio against a team like Astralis. And Sip now sneaking in. Again, would have been fine if this was like a 1-on-2. Maybe he can sneak 1 kill in and then get the 1-on-1, but this is quite different.
He's going for it all, Anders, and yeah, that's unfortunate. Spotted him out, wanted a better fight. I think we're going to have to take a timeout here if you're Astralis, and that's exactly what gets called. 7-0 for tyLoo. You love the assertiveness. Once that CZ gets spotted at top stairs, trying to pick 1 player off coming into the bomb site, somebody just swings, and he says, you know what, I'm going to alleviate a lot of this pressure. I'm taking that fight. And that was necessary because tyLoo had actually used all their utility on that initial attempt at taking the bomb site that just didn't pan out. Glaive stopped them so much that they just didn't even want to use the smoke wall that they had up towards jungle, towards top connector. And this has got to be a head-scratching moment for Astralis fans. And maybe Astralis in general, just saying, what do we do? Yeah,
I think there must be a heavy fog of confusion happening on that side. Just
when was the last time you can remember seeing Astralis down 0-7?
Like maybe a year ago or more. It's been a really long time. This is a point that gets talked about a lot, that even usually if they're losing rounds or if they're losing in general, it's always close. Like, it's really close. And right now, whatever you think about the game, you can't really say that. tyLoo just coming in really hot into this game, and it's beautiful.
Astralis is also known for having phenomenal defenses. Their CT sides are so difficult to go up against. And here they are just barraging Astralis on offense. 2 players here playing aggressive towards ramp. This setup can get caught, especially with the massive amount of bodies coming towards Palace. This could be the counterplay. tyLoo might have this perfect. Can't transfer over in time. Palace needs to come out. Good pick from Excurant. He's got to fall back. That's the bomb, and finally they wrap behind.
So 2-on-3, maybe one of the best chances right now that Astralis have had for actually winning a round, which is much needed at this point. DD going to be taken down. Another good pick. That's his first death of the game, by the way. It's been an incredible run, and Device will shut it down. Triple. You see Sonic behind them, very happy that they finally picked up a round. Now, I think there is a bit of a history behind this idea that once you get the first round in, that opens something up and you sort of make it work a bit more. But honestly, there's also the reset potential, Moses. Surely if you're tyLoo, that's what you're thinking about right now.
The nice thing for Astralis to avoid that is they had 3 players survive, so I mean, they don't have a great amount of wealth behind this purchase, but they have 3 players hitting decent enough to maybe force something if needed, especially if they can save some guns. The thing that you don't want to happen if you're tyLoo is for you to get reset. You've built up a lot of money. DD had to spend a lot dropping weapons in this round. He had 13,000 before he was buying, and now he's down to 2,000, so he had to drop a few and maybe one more buy after this. And if that happens, if they get broken, then Astralis would certainly be able to really claw this back.
Given how many A executes we've had so far, it's kind of a little bit interesting that there are basically 3 people on B. I mean, Magus is in middle by catwalk, but still, they're quite heavily lean that way, Astralis, in the defense.
Think of the context, though, of Astralis. Normally when this happens, if they have so much success against them on the A bomb site, you know, the other pro teams are going to be tactical enough to say, listen, we've beat them up here. They're going to have to start leaning this way and respect it. Let's switch it up and go to B where it might be a little bit more weaker. The question becomes, is that how tyLoo wants to play the game? Is that how tyLoo chooses to play the game? Are they going to have that tactical mind that says, oh, we finally lost to Rambo, we've beaten him up, let's go to the other side?
A bit dangerous, hanging around there for too long if you're Glaive. It looks like some very, very late mid-control coming in here for tyLoo. 40 seconds, that Molotov not going to get extinguished, so putting a little bit of pressure on. More Molotovs coming in, and Glaive has to simply run out. Decent damage on him, but again, I'm worried about the clock right now. 30 seconds left on it, as they're starting to take connector. The bomb making its way the other way. Magus going to try and stop it. He gets one, coming into it. He gets headshot immediately. Benthead with a big kill and skip. He can't see a single thing. He's going to go down, and dupreeh had rotated out of B. He'd been there the whole time, but just walks away at the wrong time. Now it's a 3-on-3 with 10 seconds, and that's not going to stop the bomb jumping over. DD going to get the plant through, and Glaive still in the middle waiting. Needs to say Benthead's going to actually die for the Molotov. That's a huge kill for Glaive. Very important. Now they can focus on the rest. Device going to take down Captain Mo, and it's all on DD. 1 versus 3. The spray is in on 1. He's got 2 more. There could be another one. He gets a headshot on dupreeh, taking it down. Now it's DD. 1 versus 3 into a 1-on-1. And Glaive is waiting, but all the pressure is on him. The bomb is right in front, and DD, look at him, cold as ice, just waiting. A little bit of noise being made. He knows Glaive is coming, and he's running out of time quickly. 1 bullet will be enough for DD to make it. He's looking for it. He gets it. Unbelievable. 1 versus 3. 17-1 against the best team in the world.
DD today has showed up to play. That is incredible. He's able to hold it off. You're right. That Molotov kill from Glaive opened up the flank. That felt like it was it. A couple missed shots here down the stretch for Astralis, but, I mean, focus on DD. That spray control while getting tagged up, the poise to just hold his position in the one-on-one. That is beautiful, and here it is. That is the reset. Not able to save any weapons, and now Astralis back to CZ's. tyLoo looking to have a huge lead in this first half.
That must be so hard to do against a team like Astralis, and he just made it look easy. That was beautiful. Focus and all. This might set a record for this tournament in terms of at least ratios and halves. 17-1.
Look at how on top of things they are. Molotovs into the bomb site. Somebody attacking around the smoke. Benthead watching the flank. This is great from tyLoo. And normally you don't see this kind of coordination. They haven't lost anyone. Device has had this great position. Hasn't been able to have any impact. He finally gets a kill, but it's too little, too late. But that is very cool to see. That last round, the last gun run we had, tyLoo, they worry me a little bit sometimes with their utility use. It seems like sometimes they don't make enough progress when they use their nades, and they kind of run low towards the end of it. But this time, I mean, obviously just against pistols, but it was beautiful. Molotovs into the bomb site. It's going to be 9-1. This is shocking.
It really is, but
it's not even going to be a great buy for Astralis in the next round.
Nope, it definitely won't be. I think that's what Device was sort of hoping for, that maybe he could catch someone exiting the bomb site, steal a rifle or something.
I don't even think they can buy. They have to go for another half buy. They have to go for pistols again. So, I mean, if you're ever going to have... I mean, you got to say as well, we'll just point this out because we do it the other way so often. dupreeh 0 kills, Zipnik's 1 kill.
Yeah, we should absolutely point it out. It's kind of unforgivable. This is an elimination match.
Yeah, I would say so.
If Astralis exit the group stage losing to tyLoo in a best of 3, that's, I mean, it's a map 1, but still...
Saving strats for the major, Anders?
No, I mean, it's a great meme, but like you said, Astralis have obviously, they've lost before, and maybe they could mentally recover, but I really don't think you should underestimate what it would mean to go out early on, even if it's the beginning of the season. Like I can come up with a lot of excuses for why it's not so bad. But I kind of think it might be that bad. Like,
I think the biggest danger is, we've talked about this a number of times, and I like to call it like the Tiger Woods effect, right? Is like that fear, that, you know, that kind of image of Astralis as this unstoppable team in these past few months. If they lose here, obviously that starts to slip a little bit, and then it gives other teams more confidence as well. And it's not really like a tangible thing you can quantify, but certainly got to be careful with it. Under a minute remain. Oh, that's a great shot. Glaive again. Somebody's going to get the trade. One more on Catwalk with the Devil. dupree's forced back. Mid-control for tyLoo.
How about Glaive just plays with the CSET 75 now? Don't even buy anything else.
Be a little bit of a bank for the team, a la Zeus. Ooh, dupreeh misses a shot, and Execurate gets away from one. Making their way up into this A bomb site. They've already got Mo in a good position, but they're getting picked off as they make this progress. They need that kill, just barely missed the timing. And there is a flank coming in. This is so dangerous for tyLoo. They're going to be in trouble. Magus is giving up his position.
Yeah, but I don't know if they heard it. There was so much going on that they didn't really realize. He had a big chance. He could have even snuck onto the side and actually killed the bomb planter. Might not have known. Sip with a headshot, taking down Benton. Now it's on Captain Mo, and he's going to get one. And dupreeh's in there. They're both solo on health right now. The pressure is still on dupreeh. Does not have any grenades, got no kit or anything like that, so he kind of needs to tap the bomb and look for a headshot here. I think that's the way to play this, and Captain Mo is miles away. He probably knows that there's no kit as well. He could guess that. Sneaking on in, and it's perfectly played. Well done from Captain Mo. Triple for him. It's a scary round considering Astralis only had pistols, but I don't think they care right now. 10-1.
No, I mean, even when they were up 7-0, I was saying in my head, I'm not even entirely sure if that's going to be enough for tyLoo to like sustain in the second half. They need more. Now I think they're at 10. I think that's got to be fine, but they have a chance to even build even more upon that.
And look at this as well. It's actually tyLoo that have gone for the timeout, and they know Astralis is going to be buying in this round. So I kind of like this. This would suggest that there's going to be some thought put into this round potentially.
Or maybe just you know, guys, we're up 10-1. Like, don't have to play with any pressure. Don't have to be too worried. We have the rounds we want in this first half. Obviously, they're going to want to get more, but I think more so it's some of the danger that Astralis has been able to force on them in these past couple rounds with just the pistols. And they're just saying, all right, guys, like we've struggled against these. We're getting a little bit loose. We're getting a little bit out of control. Let's rein it back in and make sure we close this half out strong.
They're going to try and apply the same kind of pressure that they were early on, where they were just rolling into the bomb sites, or if it's going to be a slight bit slower. I feel like the slow style is one that Astralis would kind of appreciate, just because it would give them more time to look for fights, and even if they lose somebody, they could sort of get back into it, whereas some of the rounds Astralis have lost, they've lost the defense and lost the round almost immediately.
The entries have just been so good. DD and Somebody are doing a phenomenal job. Obviously, DD with the closing and Somebody with a lot of phenomenal trades. Him and Captain Mo creating a lot of space. dupreeh and Zipnik still a combined 3 kills between the two of them. Great pick from Execurate. That's over in Palace. Device wanders back into his crosshair. A great duel. They actually talked about that on the desk. Execurate, not a whole lot of opening kills for him as an AWPer, which is pretty curious to see at times. More his emphasis and his impact is felt more in the mid and late rounds. That's a great find to start this 12th round.
But I feel like in some of the games that we've seen from tyLoo so far in the tournament, they haven't actually had the AWP that much on Execurate anyway. Like, I think some of the games they haven't even had the money for it. So it's been interesting. Now, in this bomb site, Sip is about to be tested pretty much as hard as you can be. 5 people are going to be coming. He does have a flank, but it might not be in time. He needs to buy a fair bit of it, and he's going to get shot down. A walking headshot from somebody. dupreeh drops the bomb at least. He needs one more kill for this to even be possible, and they're waiting for him, missing a chance. Execurate, this could be dangerous. Getting very close now. Grenade and just trying to bait out the shot, but it's not happening. dupreeh goes down, and now it's Magus and Glaive. And I mean, you almost feel like maybe Astralis just, I don't know if they have to go for this 2-on-4, but they need something to work.
They kind of have to go for it, but they can't. Like,
yeah.
there's no way in. Especially if you're on the flank, if you're Glaive, you're just saying, well, there's an AWP holding this. Like, there's no way I'm going to get out. So fall back, save the AWP. Nice pick from Magus at the end here to keep the AWP in his hands.
It's so curious. I really feel like there's something else strange going on here, because Sip is obviously, I think, world-renowned for playing this B-bomb side on Mirage. And normally the way that he can do it is at least he can buy time, right? Like, this time he was in an angle where he got killed immediately, like there was no... And if he had bought another 5 seconds, then Dupree suddenly is still going to get that kill, but he's still alive in the B-bomb site.
I think there's two things at play. I think one, and this is the obvious one, I think this is an off game for Astralis on an individual level, especially focusing on Xyp9x and Dupree. Xyp9x, who you're just highlighting. And then the other thing would be every top team that plays against tyLoo when they're kind of, you know, hitting that really scary offensive level, just as they attack bomb sites like so insane, and you just don't expect it. At some point, you expect there to be some kind of a reprieve, right? Because there's usually some rhyme or reason to an attack at the professional level. Here with tyLoo, it's just like everyone is just, you know, is just balls out. Everyone's moving forward. Everyone's focusing on the trade. And you always feel like you're going to get one kind of reprieve, one chance to take a breath after getting that first kill. But with tyLoo, you don't get that reprieve.
No, it's been relentless, and Glaive reloading just as Bentet comes around the corner. A lot of damage on to execute in the beginning from Glaive, who was up in the underpass, but still what can happen. The bomb's miles away, so it's a great kill for Dupree, but I'm not sure it's enough right now. It's still a 4-on-4. They've managed to at least sneak away that AK-47. They got the AWP on device, but this A bomb site is about to be hit, and there's a rotation at least. Yeah, well, tyLoo slowed it down way too much. They needed to make this play much faster, and obviously they're worried about someone pushing up and being a flank, but it's put device and Xyp9x in position. Now they have plenty of utility. How do they get up there? Oh, they're just going to go for the duel. They're not going to smoke it off, and that's a huge mistake. A punish, a missed shot from device to follow it up, and he's got a new angle. Dupree here as well. Yeah, and what a read. You see device, he knew that someone was going to have to peek that angle eventually, so that's a really smart play from him. Device is kind of keeping Astralis, I'm not going to say alive. They're barely not drowning. It's a tiny device life raft right now.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. tyLoo, you had the utility. If they're going to fall back and play it that slow, you might as well just do a full-blown execute. You had 3 smokes. You had a bunch of Molotovs and flashbangs. Can't give device the open window to just pick you off. That can't be your tactic. Walk up A ramp and just try and take a heads-up duel. And you're not even sure where he is. You had no information on that side of the map. 11-2. Despite that mistake, still a pretty dominant performance. Using a couple timeouts in this first half. I imagine no matter what happens, they're not going to use any more. Save those in case Astralis makes that huge comeback on their own offensive side. Still looking very grim, though.
11-2, and this is shocking, isn't it?
I think we're going to see another high-octane round out of tyLoo. They have 2 MAC-10s, 3 AK-47s. Their money has finally been depleted.
They're gonna finish this gangster style, are they? Just roll in with the windows down, the MAC-10 out of the window. And just
Jesus. Careful with that bomb. It was alone at top mid. Bentet's gonna fall away. They're gonna go right at Dupree. Somebody's being aggressive in this B bomb site, and I imagine Dupree with that smoke, denial of information. He hasn't called for any reinforcements. He's got device on catwalk with the op. Xyp9x and Magic's playing over towards A close up.
At least Dupree is in a position now where he could stay alive even if he misses a chance. Good kill there on Captain Mo. Going to fall back around the corner, and now backup should be quick. Oh, it's a leg shot on somebody, and he's still alive. That might be very bad news for Dupree, because otherwise he would have been maybe covered from that position. The 4 flashbangs are in up close with the MAC-10, and Dupree getting one more kill. Oh, what's a great defense from Dupree. A triple for him in the round with the AWP. I guess it is better late than never. That is a god-tier play from Dupree, and I'm going to tell you why. After that first pick, he's holding the angle at the corner, and he's scoped in. Device spins around to help him out, and he sees a player wrapping around, and while still scoped in, Dupree just slides into cover to remove himself from the vision of that player with the MAC-10 wrapping around the bomb site. That was great play from Dupree. Even switching up, Xyp9x was playing over towards the A bomb site. Not sure if it's because maybe he's frustrated of having a slow game, or maybe it's because Dupree had the op. Yeah, well done regardless, and kind of getting some of their resources into play a little bit more. I guess Sip is still slightly behind, but again, he's been playing B a fair bit of the time. This time he's on the other side. Meg is somehow able to see through the flames. I never understand how people can do that, but he gets the kill on DD anyway, and a little bit of damage onto Execurate too. Somebody's in the middle, and if he dies, this push is kind of very flat. Device is just trusting the smoke to be a wall, and he's going to get picked off. I'm not sure why he felt like he was so safe. Op can now peek in towards the bomb site. Xyp9x completely blind. They're getting crunched, and somebody's done it. Can't follow it up with a third, but he's broken the site open. Yes, he has. Blade's going to be peeked from 2 different angles. Yeah, instantly going to try and smoke that off and make his escape. Dupree, ready and waiting. I don't know why they're peeking him. They know where, they at least know where one of them is. Bomb plant now. They could have had that in a 2-on-3, but still, Impressive push from tyLoo. Can they finish it and really shut this half down? I mean, it already is an incredible first half for them, but just getting that last round in and make sure Astralis don't feel too good going into the second half. Flashbang, but no one peeking behind it. There is a smoke on Dupree, so smoke off that bomb and put some pressure on them now. Glaive making the jump down. They actually smoke off the ramp instead. And now Flashbang trying to see if they can put some more pressure on. Bentet ready and waiting. There's X-Grid on one, and it's going to be the round for tyLoo. Great spray and a great finish. 12-3. One of the best halves I've ever seen out of tyLoo. We've got Stunner over at the arena with us.
I am standing by at the arena, Anders, and quite frankly, it is a very loud affair here for tyLoo. Of course, they are in the driver's seat, so that would absolutely make sense, I do believe. 110 ADR, I do believe DD is working with now going into this second half. And, well, quite frankly, the dictation of pace here from tyLoo couldn't get any more palpable. God, you know what? Creamy Bears, who do you guys have in this one?
We're talking about the map, Moses, or the whole series. Basically, I can't really switch my prediction overall.
You never know.
I would say there's a 85% chance that Astralis come back and just win this whole map.
Just go 100%. You're such...
All right.
Yeah.
You're 100% Moses.
I'm not. I want you to go 100%. I want you to stop hedging your bets here.
No, I'm saying all right.
You're in? You're
100%.
All right.
That they're just going to make the full comeback. It will have looked so good. Listen,
in the series,
tyLoo,
right? Not on this map?
No, on this map.
On this map? You
Yeah.
think they're going to come back at Astralis and win this?
Yes.
Okay. I'll play that game, and I'll tell you why. There's a couple things. Obviously, Astralis, it seemed like they started to wake up towards the end of that half. Obviously, far too late. But also, for a long time, that half was being just propped up by DD's spectacular performance. He's not only cooled off, but on the CT side, you need more than one player feeling it. Somebody's had a good game. He needs to keep that up as well. They're going to get a lot of pressure. DD takes the brunt of it as they come up the ramp, trying to keep them away from checking Cubby, but it's not going to work. Device is aware, but Captain Mo is picking them all off.
What a great defense. tyLoo, not even, I mean, the shots are great, but they read this. They had everybody here when Captain Mo will finish it with a beautiful triple.
What is happening?
They just read Astralis so well.
Oh, no.
I'm still at 100%, by the way, so I'm not worried.
Yeah. Oh, you idiot. I can't believe you did that. Surely I thought you'd see that.
Listen, Moses, we've got to make it a bit spicy, you know. When I turn out to be right, it's going to be even better, especially now that they lost the pistol. I'm excited. I'm actually more excited now.
If you're 100%, would you want to put a pie on it?
Yeah? You in?
No.
See, that's how mind game you've been. This would have been...
It's not a mind game. I'm just convinced that God has something against me.
Yeah? Let's test it. Oh, my God. Well, that's somebody absolutely out of the round.
You like that play from Magisk, sort of, and he's just done with it. Obviously, some desperation is mixed in there as well. Stepping in front of the smoke, and somebody doesn't expect that play whatsoever. Look at Glaive. We saw this yesterday against North, just creeping up catwalk and just finding a way, holding a line. DD with the kill with the FAMAS and that bomb site. Great exchange from Bentet with that UMP, and now he's got to work his way away from Magic. It's not going to work, though.
No, he gets shut down, and now he could do a little bit more. FAMAS creeping in. DD's low on health already, so might even be enough with just one shot. The flick not connecting. Picks up the UMP and almost gets it done. Magisk nearly opening up that whole round. What a find from Device. Through the fence, taking down DD. The bomb is at top mid, so someone's going to have to pick it up. It doesn't even matter. X-Grid goes down to Dupree. A huge turnaround. Moses. Now it's 110. I don't know. Can it be 110%? I don't know, math, all right? Just calm down.
I like it. I'm fine with it. Go 110%. Dig your own grave. 13-4. I mean, that round is all Magisk. That pressure he puts in the B bomb site throughout the round, not just that opening kill, but the way he's able to still maintain a presence without falling is beautiful. Him and Glaive, I guess, is considered on the Bentet as the player who rotated to fill the gap. I like this call from tyLoo as well. Up 13-4. You are massive underdogs. Even with a 13-4 lead, you could see that, I mean, obviously still great potential for a comeback here. Just don't risk the economy. Just make sure your next buy is just solid. Get everything you need and just start out winning. Who cares if it gets to 13-6, 13-7, whatever it might need to be. Just get a solid buy on the field.
I agree. Smart play from tyLoo, not risking anything. It's so silly. Oh, good jump. Not quite able to do it with wallbang, but the peak will be fine. Not a bad way of checking that, actually.
I mean, you can only really do that when they have pistols, right?
Yeah.
Pistols,
True. That's fair. That's a fair play, yeah. Might be dangerous if there's a AK or an M4 on the other side.
Shotgun.
Even better. We saw a couple of those yesterday.
Yesterday wasn't the greatest display of shotgun.
Get Right had some a nuke, auto shotgun.
Yeah.
He had like 10 or 15 kills with it.
He also had a P90 on Inferno.
Yeah, that
Didn't do as well.
No. Don't buy the P90.
13-5. One more save round this time. You invest. Oh. Jesus.
Goodbye, device. DD still feeling it. Put a little bit of fear into him. They're going to triple in the middle. I think Glaive is done. There's so many people here. The flashbang as well. Captain Mo will take down Glaive, but it would have been somebody else as well. Now it's a 3-on-4. DD looking for more headshots. He's going to go down to Magus. Can free, continuing the aggression. So really fighting back now. Astralis. They probably should try and assert some dominance here, and just in that sense. If they play timid and scared, it feels like tyLoo are just going to crush them.
Well, you can see that round, kind of some of the weaknesses we'll see out of tyLoo in this half and the things that Astralis can exploit. I mean, DD and Captain Mo did not need to be that aggressive in that scenario. You have an AK picked up. Just, yeah, go for your pick with the Deagle, but stay relatively safe. You don't actually have to peek that wide into the bomb site. Let them come into it. Let your teammates come in, and you have a 4-on-3. You have a man advantage. Get some players over towards CT spawn so you have 2 angles of attack. It's not patient enough. This was a beautiful shot, though, onto device.
We've all been there. Mostly on the receiving end, but still.
Yeah, mostly on the receiving end. My Deagle doesn't work like that.
See, you mentioned the economy and how they saved in that the previous round, and now they can go straight into double AWP. What a good idea. Looks like a bit of pressure. Somebody. Smoke is going to obscure his vision. He misses the chance. He's got pretty much one more, and it's going to be done. They're getting close, and he's falling back down. He still gets the kill on Magus. Absolutely amazing. Now they're right on top of him, and he needs backup, and it's coming quick as well. The flick not connecting. Glaive will take him down, but this is such a high-pressure round. Everything on the line right now. Astralis trying to get back in the game, and tyLoo just wants to finish it, and Bentet with a great kill on Glaive. 2-on-3, and Device and Sip left. And Sip has had a very, very rough game. Not really been able to do much. Device has been carrying most of it. Let's see if this can change right now. Sip with a headshot on Bentet, and now it's Captain Mo and DD. 2 very strong players for tyLoo to have left, and no bomb plant. Sneaking in, that's a free kill for Captain Mo. No, Device not connecting. I thought that flip maybe would, but it's going to be a 1-on-1. DD just needs a single bullet, and that's all it takes. And he should be waiting. There's no bomb plant. He's not the one that's running out of time right now. He's just looking over. So very, very patient. He was like this in the 1 versus 3 in the first half. He just waited it out. And eventually someone had to make a move. Now he's starting to step a little bit. The Device probably looking at the clock. How long do you want to wait in this one? If you wait until there's only 10 seconds, you can't even fake the bomb. Then you have a problem. So you gotta move a bit earlier.
Yeah, he's hoping that there's going to be a mistake out of DD, but it's not happening. DD is so poised. He's had a great game, and he's very focused on this one, and just one bullet would take Device out.
Device gotta go down on the low ground, and there it is. DD patient, and he gets rewarded for it. That's round number 14 for tyLoo. Can we just talk about the fact that somebody made it out with a kill in that round?
I know, that was incredible, wasn't it? That was such a beautiful shot. And the big thing that it did, it took him long to take him down. You could see once, I think it was Glaive, he spams through the smoke and finds the, I believe it was the Alper trying to work his way around to the other edge through the smoke. But did not expect that third player to be there in the corner. And that was all somebody buying for time. tyLoo's able to get a great rotation in. And here it is. Anders, if tyLoo win this round, Astralis is out of money. Almost the timing with Execute as well. 14-6. tyLoo still applying a lot of pressure. Got a feel for Device in that 1 versus 1. Low HP, and there was nothing he could really do. Oh, that's a rare miss smoke.
How did that happen? Did somebody throw it into the back of Glaive?
Yeah, I mean, it pegged him.
It almost looked like he blocked his own smoke for a minute. That is very odd. Execute first in the window, then in the B bomb site, so trying to be very mobile with the AWP.
I tell you what, that's a great win from Device right in window. Got to fall back, low HP. Might want to pass that AK over to Glaive. But tyLoo, even despite this lead and how well they've been playing, they're still so scared and so respectful of Astralis. Every time someone from Astralis is spotted, they drop a smoke immediately.
Sip has the bomb, and there are 2 people on the other side. There might be difficult for him to hold the bomb. He's going to actually somehow just crouch in the right time and take down DD. That's a massive win. Now the grenades to follow up, and Sip will close it out on Captain Mo. That is so big. Don't need to take that fight for too long, Glaive. It's fine that he goes and checks it, but re-peeking it can be very dangerous. That might have been a mistake. He's going to go down, and Execute is really feeling it. Running up just not scoped in at the right time, and dupreeh will take him down, looking for more, and that will be the round in favor of Astralis. That could have that double push into T-spawn could have definitely worked.
Yeah, if they had just held that as well, obviously you can't know that that's the right decision without swinging too wide. But you have to say, Xyp9x, despite having a poor game, especially in the first half, you know, you might be rusty or you might have a bad game individually, but you know, you can't ever like have a bad game in terms of how you play the game and the right decisions to make. And Xyp9x plays that so cautiously, aware that he's in such an important position with the bomb alone. Wait for a teammate to get back up. Be very patient. You know that push is possible. And tyLoo getting reset here. And this time they don't save. This time they invest fully. They don't need to do that. Still with a 7-round lead, but they're going to go for it. These are the decisions that can sometimes turn these big 8, 9-round leads into just 1 or 2 into a possibility of overtime.
Yeah, absolutely makes a difference. Down the stretch. Makes Gila get surprised in the kitchen of the B hallways, but he's going to make it out with 14 health. And the rest should be able to group up here and power through a bomb site. They're quite worried about the flanks. You could sort of tell that Sip is holding up in this A apartments, making sure that there's nobody, no craziness happening. Can't really blame them. They have had to deal with a lot of craziness so far.
A lot of insanity.
Yeah. I love it. I just enjoy this kind of Counter-Strike out of tyLoo. Said that the tactics aren't necessarily like very, very deep, but it's great.
We've always said they are one of the most fun teams to watch,
yeah,
especially when they're playing this well in terms of their aim and their trades. It is just exciting Counter-Strike, if not the prettiest. Bentech should be able to clean that up. That's the bomb as well. A chance now. Oh, if he had gotten that kill, there could have been a real chance in this round, but
especially with the time left.
Yes, nicely done from Device. That's going to seal it. So it will be an 8th round for Astralis in this, but tyLoo not too bad. It's good. Would love to save this AK-47. He has plenty of money. He didn't invest in this round. He wants to keep that AWP, the possibility for that AWP in the next round. He's actually got a lot of cash, all things considered. He could have bought.
Yeah, could have.
Because they're going to, what,
oh, doesn't get saved. That's a bit of a shame, but it's a fine. Again, just because they have some good saves in here on the tyLoo side,
well, it's
should have a chance for buy.
Well, it's kind of cool what they've done in a way, I guess, because you know they're going to save this round, obviously everything. Yeah. Next round is going to be 4 players essentially buying whatever they can, so M4 and pretty light on utility. But because Xgrid has so much money, he's going to have a full buy with the AWP, so it's still going to be a very deadly round. But they're going to start running out of those if they can't steal this up. Such is the power of Astralis, and they're starting to get their legs underneath them in this map. Starting to play way stronger in terms of fundamentals, in terms of teamwork. They've recovered from that shock.
Remember, it's 13-2 in the first half, right? No, 12-3, sorry. I've always said, Moses, that's the most elusive scoreline. That and 11-4. Oh. Listen, it's a bit of an internal meme. Don't worry about it. DD is... Oh, they're even shooting through the wall. It's not very gentlemanlike.
Not at all. Of course, the things that Didi was doing to him in the first half weren't very gentlemanlike as well.
I don't know. Yeah. He finished them quick. There's mercy in that, you know? Didn't...
I guess, yeah, that's a good point.
Didn't leave them lingering on the battlefield.
What did he have? What did he end up with the first half? I think it was something like 19 or 20 kills. He's got 24 now, so he's cooled off.
Yeah, partially probably because of the money and the fact that he might be out of the fight, but at least some of the time. But still, yeah, I think he's just had an amazing game. See if the rest of his team can do a little bit more, 2 or 3% per player, and then just close out the game.
This round's all on somebody. This is going to be a huge. Can he make this work? When does he swing out? He has no teammate to do anything. Pop flash, there's the peak, and they were waiting for it. You're not going to beat Astralis down the stretch with those kinds of individual plays from the defensive side.
Yeah, but if he had Moses, that's always the thought, isn't it?
But if he had gotten both of those kills,
then that would have been a good round. This isn't really done yet. I think we've talked about this before, but I really think Xcurid is just an incredible AWPer, and I really should not underestimate him. It's good that they managed to smoke him off. That obviously helps out quite a bit. But if he gets an opening right here, it could still be very dangerous for Astralis. They got to find a way to deal with him because he can really, really be on point. But now, waiting for the smokes to fade. Bit of a spray. DD will go down. No chance for the rest, and it's a Molotov to take him out. That's a very good grenade. Captain Mo overextending just slightly. I think the smoke was going away as well, so Bentet might just want to leave this one alone. They're going to get a headshot on one. Can they get rid of him? He gets one more kill, and now Sip on the other side and runs out of bullets. Otherwise, that might have been it. What a scary round. Sip with the triple, but Astralis normally in 1 versus 3s like this, it's not even close, right? They just shut those rounds down, and there's been a number of them. I mean, the one that DD won is obviously the most amazing one, but still, this is sketchy still for Astralis, I feel like.
It doesn't matter as long as they grind these out and get the W, because tyLoo's going to start feeling the pressure as well. This is always when you hit tab and you're like, holy hell, how did it get to 14-10? We were up 12-3. And that's when it gets worrying.
Yeah, especially because you know you're going to be out of money so much of the time that it's just a real struggle.
And I mean, look at the difference. Remember, there was a round earlier in that first half, right? Or I mean, yeah, in the first half when tyLoo readjusted to the A bomb site in a 3-on-3 and went for a hit, just walking up the A ramp right into the off-up device. And he picked off 2 of them, and that pretty much effectively ended that round, gave Astralis 1 of 3. Astralis does the same thing this round, and they smoke it off. They get that 1 kill underneath, they have a spread-out default, they rotate back to A, and they do the full hit. They used all their utility the way that tyLoo didn't, and look what it did. It neutralized the op where he couldn't get anything done. It forced DD into making some kind of a heroic effort, coming through smoke and dropping in towards Cubby. And that's one of the big differences. That's what's good. Those are the kind of things that are going to allow Astralis to make this comeback. 11-14 now, another buy for tyLoo. Double op set up somebody and execute it with those. But they're running out of opportunities. They're running out of chances.
Yeah, the double up is such a nice way to win. If you get the early pick, get the right kill in the beginning, you know it's going to be good. Canceling out that. Oh, that should have been a hit. Execute missing a big opportunity. Absolutely could have had that.
And the corner of that board just blocked his vision as well.
Yep, it was very, very close to him seeing Glaive might be done now. Oh, God, it's so close. The timing is almost unbelievable. Glaive is going to save himself. I don't even think he knows how much, but another couple of seconds and he would have been done. Living life on the edge. Now he's controlling top mid for a little bit.
Look at all the utility that's been used by tyLoo. They didn't necessarily come into it with 100% full, but over a minute, and they don't have a lot to use. 1 flashbang, 1 smoke, 1 Molotov. That flashbang is thrown out, and no one's peeking with them. No use for it. These ops are going to have to ring out, but they're not being very aggressive. tyLoo's been tempered. You can tell they're getting a little bit afraid now. Somebody playing back in CT spawn to watch the murder hole.
Why are both Bentet and Xcrit holding that far back in B? Surely the angle that he's holding with the orb is enough, and they can put Bentet a little bit closer to the other side. Well, good kills, but good returns as well. Device and Glaive coming back into it. DD with a very important spray. 35 seconds, headshot from Sip. And now it's a 2-on-2. They catch Device coming up the connector, and now jumping to pick up the bomb. He has to go for it now, and this is a very unsafe position. They can shoot right through this box. He's going to get the bomb punch, sure, but how does he escape from this one? They're right on top of him, close behind, and he's got the wrong gun out. Bentet will shut it down, and it's map point for tyLoo. Very, very important round. It's a team ace as well. Very good stuff.
They just barely held on. Zipnix not able to get comfortable in that 1 versus 2 whatsoever. Was not expecting Bentet to be moving up that quickly. The cover of the op from Catwalk allowed him to feel safe. Catches Zipnix unawares. 15-11 now. tyLoo just needs 1 more, but these have been so hard for them to get in the second half. And another very strong buy coming out for Astralis. They have built up so much money. So much pressure is going to be on tyLoo.
Oh, just look at Device. He's going to be throwing the smoke for that B rush. I think, yeah, it's a 6. They ran the strategy yesterday as well. So Device is going to be putting the smoke down for the B rush, and then it's just going to be really, really quick.
Yeah, this is the Magus get close up and duel, but the Molotov forced him away. This has changed the nature of this tactic.
They have all the smokes down. They used every single. They have to go for it. 5 smokes on the bomb site, missed flick there from somebody, and now he's hiding inside. Sip will take him down. They're still going for it, Astralis, and it's still working. Device will take down Bentet, and yeah, tyLoo have to run. They can't reinforce this bomb site. That 1 Molotov could have killed this map for Astralis. That was such a good time Molotov for tyLoo.
It was close. I think if somebody maybe got that first kill, it might have been a little bit different. But you have to say, Astralis get both entries onto the bomb site through smoke. Zipnix just getting a new angle, noticing it through the smoke that they threw. That op, he hears it ring out in the bomb site. He knows exactly where the rotation is going to move towards, spams that down, and knows exactly where the follow-up is as well for the M4. Him and Device combined for that kill. And yeah, Execute, you need to be farther away. this is going to be so tough. This is scary. They need this op for the next round. It's going to allow them to try and fight for it because he can drop a weapon over if he can keep this alive, but they've already got him zoned in. There's no chance.
Oh, no.
He stayed around far too long. His teammates are safe over in Palace. He needed to be there far earlier.
Don't let this get into overtime, tyLoo. They've done such an amazing job playing against Astralis. Just now is the time to really end it. DD, just hide behind the pillar. Don't go for it if he's going to lose the rifle. Those are really, really big losses.
Those are the losses. Those are the decisions you can tell. The pressure is so on tyLoo. They can feel it as well. They have 2 timeouts left. We saw them take them wisely in the first half when they were building up that big lead. We haven't seen them take a single one to talk things over on this CT side. Certainly before the next buy round, but when's that going to be?
It's going to be close. I like this from Xgrid and Mo, though. They've got the M4, and they're going to push up. Xgrid leading the charge, and it's obviously just going to serve as a slight decoy. DD getting caught again. That corner not really working out for them. But this is him. Look at Xgrid. He's controlling this whole side of the map, and Mo can rotate with the rifle on the other side. If Benton can hold on, if he could just stay alive a little bit. He's only got the USP. Oh, man.
He can only survive with absolutely nothing to fight with.
I thought maybe he had the C-set or something. Maybe that would have been a chance. That's a real shame. Because that actually would have been slightly interesting. There could have been the flank from Xgrid if Mo could have done something with the M4. I don't know what they was looking at.
Nice duel there. Xgrid with a couple kills. Not able to clean up on Zipnix. And somebody just wants a weapon.
They don't have any money for the next round, Moses.
That's the heartbreaking thing. This could be just one last buy round, and I think that's why tyLoo maybe take a timeout, talk through your money situation, figure out how you want to play it, and then maybe save one for overtime, I guess. But they're only really going to have one good buy. No matter when they choose to do it, it'll either be a forced buy in this next upcoming round, and then a half buy for the final one, or a full buy in the next round. I think that's the route they have to go. They could invest in some light pistols. You don't want to go too much into the armor and utility. Only a 2-round losing bonus.
You should probably highlight the fact that dupreeh and Sip were out of this game in the beginning of it. Like, they weren't doing anything in the first half. And now, if you look at the scoreboard on the Astralis side, everyone has come alive. This is kind of incredible.
They've gone for the buy in this round.
Oh, my God.
Instead of saving one round for the M4s, they're going to trust in this op on Xgrid and get UMPs and a FAMAS and a CZ behind it.
I'm very doubtful about this, Moses.
I feel so uncomfortable at the moment.
I have a certain amount of insecurity, a little bit of anxiety.
Well, you got to be happy about your prediction on the comeback because it's looking likely. tyLoo, they've played a weird game with the economy here in this round.
I was never in doubt about my comeback, Moses. there was never any doubt about that. But obviously, tyLoo, I really enjoy this team. They put in all the work. It's time to close it out. It's time to win this. Move on to map number 2. Holding on to the bomb site, only 2 people here with a very limited utility. Somebody is on the flank, but it has to be quick, otherwise they're not going to get it in time. You'll see the pressure from us, player underneath, DD picking up the kill. That flank is coming in quick, somebody's behind, and they're holding Astralis, they're slowing them down. DD with a double kill, very good job. Otherwise, they would have lost this bomb site already. Captain Mo with 1, and now it's the flank 1 second away from happening. It's a 2-on-2, and finally some going to bump. Oh, he's waiting for it. He wants more than the 1. That's very dangerous, getting close now. He's going to get the kill, but Mo is coming, and there's it. Finally, they get it, 16-13, and they pick up the win against Astralis on map number 1. That was a very, very long-held flank. It was so long in effect, and he almost messed it up.
I was going to say, when you're going that slow, it feels like you're going to screw something up. But how fitting, DD, with the phenomenal performance to start this game out in the first half. Something mental that he went, like 17 kills very, very quickly. Right at the end, that smoke underneath Palace, the fact that he's able to work it and stay alive that long to allow somebody to get in a position, that's beautiful. And that is a hell of a game.
What a great way to start the day. Early in the morning, another day we have 4 best of 3s. We're going to go to a commercial break and we're back with map number 2. Don't go anywhere.